Morning. Dry. Someone coming down. Here we go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Are you excited for today's show? Today, my dear friend Elizabeth Gilbert will join us to share her experience on her novel Eat, Pray, Love. This famous bestseller was recently made into a movie and could be seen in the cinemas all over the world. I must say, I loved it. I present you Elizabeth Gilbert. Hi Elizabeth, it's a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you, nice to be here.
So my first question is, how does it feel to be the author of this worldwide admired novel?
Well, I do find it quite strange to realize that so many people are interested to read my personal story. All of the media circus around it is of course a bit overwhelming, and I still can't get used to that. But of course, it feels amazing to be an inspiration to others.
Yes, I can totally understand that, but today many of us also wonder whether your novel can be seen as like a real biography.
Well, yeah, the novel is based on my personal experiences and of course on my journey to find myself.
So, how did you actually come to make such an inspirational journey?
Well, I used to have such an appetite for life, but on a certain moment in my life I realized that it was just gone. And I wanted to marvel at something again. So then I decided to go on a journey to find a balance in my life.
Well, I can certainly assure you that there are many others who feel the need for such a quest. Julie Robbs is one of those people who was desperately trying to find her appetite for life back. Once she had read the novel Eat, Pray, Love, she felt so inspired that she decided to follow the steps of Elizabeth Gilbert. Working as an executive producer at the CBS, she was able to find a crew to film her journey. The CBS made an interesting documentary of her life story. Like Elizabeth, Julie started her journey in the capital of food, Rome. Only to find not quite the same outcome. Let's have a look.
The Italian kitchen has always been my favorite cuisine. You can wake me at any given moment for a large pepperoni pizza or a latte macchiato capriccio. And on top of that, of course, a gelato in any flavor you can imagine. To discover true Italian life, I will devote myself to the Italian kitchen for 1 month. Let's head over to a bookstore so I can buy myself a big Italian cookbook which will reveal all its kitchen secrets. Voglio mangiare!
Io sento brutti! I feel so horrible. I don't even fit my jeans anymore. I used to love these jeans. Everything's a mess. My life's a mess, and I'm a mess. Oh. Lifesaver. Don't look at me like that, as if you've never had a craving for, like, batteries or something.
expecting. So, Elizabeth, let's talk about your experience in India.
India has been an amazing experience, especially on religious aspect. Even though it took some time for me to adjust to their way of life, especially the meditation part, I did succeed in finding the perfect balance between religion and myself.
The next question, of course, is whether Julia also succeeded in finding herself during her meditation time in India.
I honestly need to find some peace and balance in my mind after my Italy fiasco. Fortunately, I'm here in India in a temple where I can meditate in peace. Let's try it out. Ooh, sorry. Let's try that again.
Relax. Breathe in, breathe out. Think about nothing. I can do this. Oh, I'm so craving for a Snickers right now. Or maybe a Mars. Would they have a vending machine in this temple? Probably not. Shit, stop thinking. Relax, breathe. So maybe this isn't really my thing. No, it is. I can do this. I could cook and eat Italian food for a month. So I can also sit still on a pillow, with my legs cramping up, surrounded by weird-looking hippies. Attempt to relax 3. This is fabulous. B-E-A beautiful.
Sorry, I'll shut up now.
Excuse me, madam, but I'm afraid shutting up won't do. I'll have to ask you to leave.
Wait, what? Leave? I can't leave. I haven't found my inner self-balance guru relaxation thing yet. So I'm afraid I can't comply. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to try and find it. Yet again.
Don't let me see your face in here again, missy.
Turn the thing off!
Maybe this meditating thing isn't really the solution for everyone. I mean, personally, I wouldn't have been able to torture my legs like that. Elizabeth, could you maybe explain how this meditation worked for you? Was there some moment of enlightenment? What changed for you?
All I wanted was to find God. When I started with meditation, I could not concentrate at all. I thought about everything I could think of, especially all the things which had failed. My marriage, my relationship with David. At that time in India, I met Richard. He taught me how to meditate in the right way. And the first time I really thought about nothing at all, it was amazing. The feeling that you do not have to worry about things or have fears is the greatest experience I've ever had.
Well, I can surely understand that. I know many readers are still longing for that moment in life to come. Of course, many of us are also interested in your love story. I was absolutely absorbed in that part of your novel. I know many of you must have felt the same. The way you have written it, it made me feel like I had butterflies myself.
Well, I never expected before I started on my journey that I would meet someone I would fall in love with. In Bali, I got to know Felipe, a Brazilian man of about 52 years old. I met him at a party. After the party, he brought me back to where I stayed, and that was the moment I realized that I had feelings for him. He told me about his life, and I really fell in love with him, particularly because he was so sensitive. And that's where our relationship started. I'm glad to tell that we still see each other. Sometimes in America, sometimes in Australia, Brazil or Bali.
Julie's experiences on that aspect.
Everyone, I want you all to meet my new boyfriend, Felipe. Isn't it weird that Elizabeth Gilbert's love interest was also named Felipe? My name's John, actually. Well, what's in a name, right? So, Felipe and I have already been going out for 23 hours, 53 minutes and 2 seconds. That's almost like a day. And we're so in love, aren't we, honey?
I kind of like met you 3 minutes ago when you pulled me up the street and told me I was your new boyfriend. So I'm gonna take off now because I already have a girlfriend.
But honey, I thought we had something special. We were so perfect for each other.
Ping pong! Attention for all passengers flying to Rome with Alitalia, flight number 3261. Please board immediately at gate number 35. Thank you.
So, you just saw me breaking up with my boyfriend, even though we really hit it off. Even my hand reader, Katut, who's this teethless guy who looks, something like Yoda, said I was in a blossoming relationship. In retrospect, he may have meant the new flowers I just bought. Anyway, I guess this means it's the end of my journey. Gained 10 pounds, haven't found any balance whatsoever. I just got my heart broken by this amazing guy. Anyway, my flight to New York leaves in 2 hours. And even before then, you can find me in the ladies' room.
Let's just say that love isn't meant for everybody to be so perfect. Julie does seem to have quite some misfortunes. Let's hear from Julie in person how she coped with the mess she got in. Let's hear it for Julie!
It's so nice to meet you.
Well, it certainly is a pleasure to see you're still alive despite all your misfortunes on your journey.
It just shows that you can tamper with faith. I tried too hard to have the same life experience as Elizabeth did. Now I know that you can make it happen. It must happen to you.
You really have to be ready for such a journey. It is wrong to just imitate someone else's experiences, because they will never be the same experiences for you as they were for the other. It is important to realize what you want in life and how to make that happen.
While these women share their experiences, I would like to call it today so that I once more can see this beautiful movie. Next week we will discuss the novel The Crucible, written by Arthur Miller, and of course its beautiful DVD. Make sure you've read it or you have seen the movie, and I will see you next week.